Coming at you from Scratch and Wolf Studio. It's that time again to rage across the internet. It's your very favorite War of the Apocalypse podcast. I'm your host, Porter. Sitting to my left, she can't work a count in. It's Fantastic M.
Hello, hello.
Across from me, it's the man who always gives me a 3 count. It's Mr. Daniel Tyson.
Hey, everybody.
And to my right, I don't have anything clever to say. It's CJ McCall.
Howdy, y'all.
Hey, everybody. Welcome once again to Rage Across the Internet. This is your first show. This is the program where we talk about various aspects of War of the Apocalypse, for the player to storyteller, the brand new to the seasoned vet. And if it is not your first show, welcome back. How are we doing, everybody?
Doing great.
Pretty good.
No, not so bad, not so bad.
How's you?
I don't know. I'm here. I'm doing all right.
Well, good to see you nevertheless.
Oh, thank you. Just finished a nice session of the Chronicles.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Which, this is what we chose to name it. I can't blame anybody but myself.
It's so much fun to say.
But yeah, if you're familiar there, that is one of our backer rewards, which blah, 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 Ko-Fi ads, blah. We'll get to it later. But it's always a good time. And we actually had a sort of a breakthrough between shows.
Yep.
Yes.
Which is hilarious because they're not going to get it this next one. They're not going to get it the one after that. But we now have a direction. It's pretty sweet.
It's so exciting.
It's one of those fun parts of writing. Of occasionally you'll be set there for a while, stuck. What are you going to do? And then out of nowhere, usually at the most inopportune time, the story will break right there for you.
And it's the beauty of the evolution of it, right? Because it was something that CJ came up with in response to some of the feedback we got, which led to me picking up with his response and responding to that, which turned into breadcrumbs for possibly a multi-chronicle arc.
Yep.
So that's how that works sometimes.
Love it.
And now we have some more fun stuff to get to today. But before we do, we have a segment we like to call This Week in Bullshit. Now, Danny,
Yeah.
I know you have something you have been chomping at the bit to talk about.
Yes, I have.
So, Em, what's going on this week in bullshit?
You bastard.
Oh, man. So, what do I have and how long am I going to drag this out? Tortured Danny. Oh, well, something I've been seriously thinking about recently is actually pulling the trigger and calling a hair place here. It's been maybe 2 years since I've gotten a haircut.
Amateur.
And about 2 years since I have gotten my hair dyed. And I've been really wanting to go back to the light blonde again.
Whoa.
Okay.
Extreme.
It isn't that extreme. It's like a person color. She didn't say polka dot.
Did you guys ever see my hair light blonde? Was I recording with you when I had light blonde hair?
No.
No, I don't remember a light blonde
think
M.
so.
That's weird.
Okay, yeah.
I'm curious. Like, I can go for it. But
Yeah, I had light
With my
blonde hair for
permission.
the longest of times. For the longest of, like, all throughout high school and, like, my first 2 years of college, I had light blonde hair. And then suddenly I went, like, dark. And then I had dark hair. Like, I started dyeing my hair dark for a few years. Then I went red for a few years. After the red, I went back to the bleach blonde. Which my hair person at the time was like, you want to go from this to that? And I'm like, yeah, we can take as much time as we need to not go orange.
Whoa.
I think redheaded M was peak hurricane. Am I right? That looks like a...
It was not peak hurricane.
Was it the bleach blonde?
You had to think about it, though.
I
Fuck.
did have to think about it. No, it was the black hair that was hurricane.
Well, I think it's M that's hurricane. But I think
Yeah, it's just which one's the warning sign.
Yeah, and then after I went bleach blonde, I started to wean off into my natural hair color, which is what I currently have now, which is just a dirty blonde, dark, light brown. It's hard to see. I'm dark.
No, we can see it.
Yeah.
We can see it.
They can't. Like, getting closer to the
Yeah.
camera is not going to help them.
Yeah, look at this, guys. Look at this, listeners. Look at all this hair. It's long
Look,
and it's
listen.
like a light brownish, dark brownish. I don't fucking know how to describe it.
She's just kidding. She's totally bald.
So yeah, I've been thinking about pulling the trigger and actually getting my hair done here, but I don't know. It feels like a big step to call and ask. I don't know. I'm just a little
So
nervous about it.
lazy.
No, I'm just a little nervous about it because I want to get it done here in town so I don't have to travel all the way to the city for an hour. And then, like, I have to call to make the appointment, and I don't know how much English the person speaks. And I definitely don't know how to ask for a haircut and for my hair to be dyed blonde in Swedish. And Mac can't help me because I don't know why he just hasn't been able to help me describe that at all. So I don't know. I just get real nervous.
I think it's because he doesn't want you to do it. I have a hard time believing he doesn't know how to say, I need a haircut and a dye job in his native language.
The thing is, he keeps no. He keeps asking if I want to go to a barber, and then our female friends also inform him that girls don't go to barbers.
That was going to be my next question: is if there was a difference there.
So why don't you ask the female friends to help you instead of Mac?
Oh, it's embarrassing, dude.
Embarrassing on a haircut?
Yeah, I got my shit on.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like in like a crunchy thing right now, and I'm trying to wean myself out of it into a new thing, back into the bleach blonde thing. And it's just weird being like, hey, I suddenly want to change so much.
Hair flip.
I still think Mac is just against it and doesn't want to say anything.
I do too.
If
Doesn't
he
know how
got
to
to
ask for a
choose,
haircut in his native language. Okay.
I think if he got to choose, he'd want me to go back red. So
I wouldn't doubt it.
no, I know this for a fact. We've had the conversation.
So he knows how to say it to you.
In English.
Get it together, Mac. Your story's falling apart.
So yeah, I'm thinking about going back to the bleach blonde. So
I'd like to see that. It'd be neat.
Interesting.
Be neat.
Yeah.
Torpedo, torpedo.
that's what I got. My hopes and dreams. CJ, what do you got for us today?
Jesus Christ.
We're just gonna make Danny wait a little longer.
No, you're going last. Fucking, we're making you wait.
Yeah, once you said CJ, I was like, fuck it, whatever, fine.
It's not like it's time sensitive or anything.
No, I was just hoping none of you had it. That's all.
He has been waiting to report on this since he got here.
Yep.
That's hilarious.
He wouldn't tell me.
Yeah. I want to show you the video, but it's not going to do us any good to do it on air. So,
Which I guess, again, he'll be whatever.
Yeah.
CJ, what you got?
Yeah.
Managed to finally conquer the fourth head of the Hydra, which is scheduling, and get my next game in last night for my pack, and they have officially finished their rite of passage. The more mundane side, and it was to go and scout out a possible wormish threat that the Sept was... Like, it was weird vibes from this area. Nothing to, like, justify them just going in and wiping it off the map yet. But more of like, let's figure out what's wrong. That's just because nobody got close enough because nobody could be fucking bothered once they were outside of the Septeller's attention. Because it was just a hick family out in the fucking plains, is what they saw. And this is where I got inspired by the True Detective for the estate they were going to, the old plantation house with sheet metal siding covering up some of the windows, plastered with newspaper and shit everywhere inside. Whoa. A hoarder would think they needed intervention.
Yikes.
Yep. And the pack decided to split up.
That's never
Three of them went to the front door pretending one of their packmates was injured to try and get help from them so they can, get an idea of who's inside. While two of them went and scouted out the homestead. Checked out the corn that looked all gray and brown and definitely not good. The chickens that were all super scrawny. And They heard a cow in the barn that when it mooed was extremely higher pitch and more gurgling than moo.
I love that.
Yep.
Disgusting, dude.
Yep. And as they progressively got more weirder and weirder vibes inside, the three of them went inside. They were invited in by Pappy, the patriarch of the family. A man who is probably more skin and bone than anything else, but still somehow manages to have a beer gut. You can step in a landmine and count his remaining teeth with your remaining toes. They also met Ma, who was going to help out the guy. Help him out. He busted his nose early in the session thanks to a botch after making eye contact with the elder. Fell down some stairs, busted his nose, bled all over his shirt, so that was the angle they were going to, as he got hit by something and was bleeding, so clearly there was no injury since they had shifted to get here for a while. And he committed to the bit and purposely concealed breaking his nose actively. He broke his own nose to sell the bit. Shit went sideways when Bubba and Tiny came out of the barn. And the best way I can describe him is Tiny is a 7-foot tall slab of muscle that would make Jason Voorhees be like, ugh. Face half melted off, the other half is trying to crawl up and off, where Tiny, or Bubba, is his twin brother, who is all of 3 feet, makes Victor look like a model, Victor from Dead by Daylight and the twins, and they are actively connected by a 7-foot long umbilical cord.
Love that.
It's disgusting.
No, that's great.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Did you watch Welcome to Derry, CJ?
No. Not yet.
M's going to be on my side here when we say you need to.
Yeah.
Okay. A
very
fight
good.
ensued. They killed the Fomori, which was Bubba and Tiny, easily enough. That he went down actually pretty easily. The 2 normal, just insane Hicks, surprisingly enough, thanks to the dice rolls, gave the pack a lot of problems.
Ate it the way.
Yup. So much so that while we had a Krydos and a Hispo in this house swinging and missing and trying to not get over each other and on each other's feet, Christy decided to grab tried to grab Ma, the land whale of a human, and rip her out the back of the house to, help her buddies. Threw her. She hit a tree, crack, sound of watermelon exploding. You could probably guess what happened.
Gallagher showed up.
And then the house began to fall in on itself thanks to the giant Ma-shaped hole in the wall and the Krydos and Hispo running around inside this kitchen.
That'll do.
But I will say, I got to do one of my favorite things and freak out the new players as I describe the Fomori and just the creepy shit in this house.
So much fun.
I think somebody got close to throwing up. I'm not sure who.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun there, and we'll probably hear from them in the server soonish.
Excellent.
Porter, what do you got?
Well, it's funny because you kind of segued me twice.
Yeah.
Unknowingly. So you mentioned Jason Voorhees.
Okay.
Who's that? Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Just
I
keep
was
going.
so mad. Did you see that?
Yes.
I reacted to that. Jesus Christ.
I'm just getting you back. Just
No,
a
that
little
was
bit.
an excellent troll because I know you know better.
Yes.
Fucking. We don't play Friday the 13th once a week, fucking in the server. Fucking, you don't know who Jason Voorhees is. Fucking creep. So this last week, Peacock, yeah, it's on Peacock, dropped a trailer for the Crystal Lake series that's coming out this year.
Oh.
Okay.
The Friday the 13th prequel, if you will.
Ah, okay.
I shared this with them already. I don't know if she checked out the trailer or not.
I did, yes.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple, we'll call them teaser trailers, but that's it.
I was not at all interested in this. And then I saw the trailer. And now I'm not hyper interested now, but it's definitely got my attention. It's gonna get a shot.
Yeah, it piqued my interest.
Right? Like was not I fucking I want to watch the adventures of young Betsy Palmer or Pamela Voorhees. But like, that doesn't sound like a thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is Elias going to be there? I mean, clearly, but
Yeah.
the trailer looks good enough to give a shot.
Okay.
And I'm always down for more horror series or horror in general. Christ, we got and also we got season 2 of Derry coming this year, I believe. That'll be in the fall, and then I also saw, this is the other part, that they are moving forward with the new Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, so Freddy and Jason. Fucking, I don't know any details yet, but just they're going to move forward with it. Obviously, Robert Englund isn't going to be Freddy.
Yeah.
The guy's like 84.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's way too far up there.
My hope, and this is irresponsible speculation. My hope here is that whoever is taking over the mantle is doing Freddy classes with Robert Englund. I mean, we laugh, right? But this isn't Jason or Michael or, it's like Chucky. Brad Dourif is Chucky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there's no way around that. Robert Englund is Freddy. And when Robert Englund wasn't Freddy, and that was the reboot and half of part 2, it was glaringly obvious. In fact, it was so obvious in part 2 that they got him back. They're like, well, sorry, we'll meet your salary needs. Turns out a stuntman cannot be Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, it's like with Jason and Michael, they are kind of that blank slate that is just meant to be the intimidating backdrop to the character work from the victims.
Well, to be fair to Jason, Kane Hodder is probably the definitive Jason. But there were so many people that played Jason. It was like a rotating door until Kane Hodder got the role. That, like my favorite Jason's Ted White, but I'm not taking anything. Like Kane Hodder's the shit. I'm not taking anything away from him. But I mean, they all played it different. You know what I mean? But but he is a silent, and I don't know if I want to say pro or antagonist, frankly. But Robert Englund, Freddy Krueger has personality. He has charm. There are consistencies through his performance. It's little things like when you watch any of the Nightmare movies, right? Robert Englund dips his shoulder.
Right.
With his posture on the clawed hand to show the weight of the glove. It's a small thing until it's not being done. Right. So I'm pretty excited about, I'm curious, I don't want to say excited's a bit, but it's nice to see that Nightmare on Elm Street's going to be back. And hopefully we're going to do right by, because Robert Englund is not going to be around forever.
No.
And I hate that I said that out loud. But all of our heroes are dying. And we need pass that knowledge on. Yeah. Have Skip Johnson, or whoever gets the role next, have him shadow Robert Englund and be like the understudy for a while. So Robert Englund approves of, you can be the new Freddy because I said so. Because you learned how to do it right.
Yeah. No, they need to be the teachers.
Also, I hear a rumor that they might be getting the Robert Englund version of Freddy for Dead by Daylight.
Really?
Okay. That would bring me back.
Wow.
That's all it takes. Interesting.
That's a big get, though. Come on.
That's a bold statement.
Yeah. I'm not saying forever, but that would bring me back. I would go back for Robert Englund Freddy.
Wow.
Probably for a month and get tired of it, but I would have bought the DLC. So anytime I wanted to, I could use Robert Englund Freddy Krueger. I'd have it.
Yeah. Yep. Wow. Bold, but
I could put on some bots and just run around as Freddy going, "Welcome to prime time, bitch." And that'd be a lot of fun for me, even if I don't want to play Dead by Daylight anymore.
That's fair.
So that's it for this week in bullshit.
Wow.
There's definitely no one else that has anything to say.
Wow.
Danny, bring us home.
All right. Do you remember the movie Real Steel with Hugh Jackman?
Oh, God, you did bring this up. Yeah, the sequel to Over the Top.
I mean, kind of, yeah. So this was 2011. This is the Robot Fighting League. Okay. This is a real thing now. And they started this out in China. And there are some rules and some stipulations to these that all the teams, I guess you want to call them, are given the robot, but all the moves and different fighting styles that these robots do, that's up to the teams that have it. The base model, everyone has the same thing, but it's literally humanoid robots fighting against each other. And this is absolutely ridiculous and funny all at once. And there are two different models. There's a little kid version. they're
God.
they're like 3 feet tall.
You just brought me back. Okay.
And then there's an adult version, I guess.
First of all, I don't know why you think anyone else would have had this.
Oh, it gets better. But go ahead, ask your question. You got one?
I don't know if it's a question. I need to react to something.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if this is amazing or so dumb.
Oh.
I love and hate this because it's like BattleBots, which was kind of awesome.
Yes.
And kind of stupid.
And that was something I was going to bring up, is we've had fighting robots forever.
Right. No, but they're humanoid.
But we've also Sock'em robots, which is just this also. But we also have UFC.
Yes.
So we don't need this on any level.
No, we don't.
This is, I looked it up. I'm watching a video. This is something else entirely.
Yeah.
And when we are done with this recording, sorry. Sorry, I'm watching this video. When we're done with this, you need to look this up.
Yes, I got one. I'm going to show Porter. I got it. But there is, they even score it like UFC. they score it with like the punches and jabs and kicks. There was a match, and this is one of the biggest highlights from over the weekend or whatever this happened. It was the two robots, and the one did like this crazy karate kick straight out of like Cobra Kai, right? And it was a jumping, flying spin kick, and it decapitated the other robot.
It's the video I just watched.
Here, the best part about this, the decapitated robot won the fight.
I was not prepared for this. He started talking about Real Steel. Mm-hmm. And then I went into an aria earlier
which,
about how it's...
despite being a sports movie, is an okay movie.
You motherfucker. Oh.
Yes, Real Steel.
I'm going to deal with you later.
You're living bad.
That's the wraparound. Jesus Christ. He was bringing up Real Steel. And I went into an aria about how it's just over the top.
Yeah.
It is a remake of Over the Top, just with robots instead of arm wrestling.
It's pretty fucking close. Yes.
Oh, fucking no.
Also, AI with Haley Joel Osment is just Pinocchio 2000.
I mean, yes.
Sorry. It's just Pinocchio 2000.
So, I will say, if I had to make my pitch for this robot fighting league, since the robots are standard for the most part, they need to be allowed to do modifications so we can get the matchups of, like, what character with moves from a fighting game would win versus this other character. I want one of these with a scorpion chain and another one able to shoot out fireballs like a Hadoken.
Like I said, they're all karate moves. I'll use quotes. They're all fighting, like I said, UFC style. There are no weapons or anything.
The robot's a weapon. Fucking
yeah.
I'm with CJ here because when you said spin kick, I immediately pictured a hurricane kick.
Yep,
it's fucking close.
So what I want is the Scorpion one that CJ's suggesting. I need Microsoft Sam to deliver the get over here.
Yeah.
I just need that in my life. I don't know how I feel about this, but I think I'm going to be super into the stupidity of a robot child soldier fighting ring.
Yep.
The fact that there's the adult and child versions of the robot fights.
The child ones were so funny.
I am only going to watch the child ones. And I'm going to petition them to include baby crying sounds when they get hit. I'm going to make this the best worst thing.
Oh, fuck, you know. I believe that has been a week in bullshit, huh?
Yeah, that is this week in bullshit. Fucking, you know what? That was worth the wait.
You're welcome.
I didn't anticipate that when we started. I just wanted to fuck with you. But I think that was worth the wait.
Yeah.
Agreed. You don't lead with that one.
No, that was our fucking dessert today, and fucking well crafted. Fucking Chinese baby robot fighters.
Mhm.
I'm into it.
Oh, yeah, it's great. I was so excited.
Oh Christ!
Let's do a show, huh?
Yeah. So today, I don't even speaking of what. Today we're going to open a can on another series because we don't do that enough.
Yep.
No, today we're going to talk some Pentex.
Who?
Great. I mean, and also exactly. It's been a while since we've talked.
The Big P.
Well, and I was avoiding that like the plague.
Oh, sorry.
Because like 5 years ago, we did 2 episodes that was mostly that joke.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Probably longer than that now.
Maybe. And then a terrible name drop mistake that haunts me personally to this day. Just saying. I inverted 2 NPCs because I was reading a fucking leech book on my own time for a thing and listed a leech as a member of the board of directors incorrectly. I did the retraction on the day.
Yeah.
But oof, that still hurts me. No one even gave me shit for it. It was on me.
Would you?
People make mistakes sometimes, and that's okay.
But
it goes to show we also just don't sit around and read out of books. It's,
right.
people make mistakes when they're not going off a script.
Great.
Catherine Mallet, Catherine Dubois, and fucking fuck.
Yeah, whatever. It happened.
Yeah.
And you fixed it.
Yeah, I'm bringing it up. We did fix it. Or we did the retraction. We didn't like edit the show and fix it.
No.
That'd be
Yeah.
weird, not what we do. That's a little dishonest, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's been a long time, right? And so, yeah, CJ and I were talking, I think, and I think this was largely CJ's idea.
Yeah. We were trying to figure out what to do, and I threw something out there, and here we are now.
Yeah, because I mean, I couldn't remember what we had scheduled for the rundown, and it's because we didn't schedule anything for the rundown.
Or we probably did and just didn't remember what it was.
And no one wrote it down.
Yep.
Like I said, we probably had something.
M didn't not write it down. We just didn't do one.
Yeah.
We said we'll figure it out later, and then it was like 120 degrees all week, and no one gave a shit, and we just tried not to die.
Yeah.
And here we are talking about Pentex. So, like, you could see the correlation.
Yeah.
So, I guess let's start at the very start, right? Is Pentex is the evil worm conglomerate umbrella corporation that seeks to take over everything and has a backup plan to launch themselves into space.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I'm bringing it up.
I hate that part, but I'm fine.
But started as Premium Oil, founded by Mr. Jeremiah Lassiter, and depending on your timeline, a partner whose name escapes me right now, but because we'll get over that later. This is just the broad strokes. And has grown with the personal dealings with the wormishness into one of the greater threats of the nation. Greater threats to everybody, really.
Yep.
Yeah,
It
the entire
is-
world. To Gaia.
It is one of those fun things that I have used Pentex in non-werewolf games as a threat.
That's pretty great, actually. Because, yeah, it's not singular, right?
Yep.
Like, their total control affects everyone. Totally does.
But also in that case of Pentex does control quite a bit. They are this major threat. You are constantly fighting Pentex. But 90% of the time, if you mention Pentex to a Garu, who?
Pentex is that thing behind everything that is behind everything. Their subsidiaries have subsidiaries.
Yep.
And that's the thing, right? You're going to flip through the books and you're going to see like dudes jumping out of a van that says Pentex with like a minigun and a second head and a patch that says Pentex, possibly first team as well. That's just the art.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I don't want to break your hearts here. It's just their way of communicating what this threat is
Yeah.
through a picture. Because there isn't a van that says Pentex on the side. Despite the fact that you can go in the real world and buy a polo shirt with Pentex written on the lapel, that's not, you can't in the real, like you can in the game. They don't make those in the World of Darkness.
Yeah.
There aren't Pentex coffee mugs or calendars. You know, you can't get a Pentex corporate keychain and go to the Pentex retreat.
On the other hand, you will see things like Tellus or Black Dog or
Enron.
Hotelies.
Yep.
Enron.
King.
King
the
Distilleries.
Subsidiaries. I mean, absolutely the subsidiaries. Absolutely. All day long. But Pentex as a company is a whisper of a shadow.
Yeah. A whisper of a, yeah. Nice.
That is a good way to put it.
I can't remember. You guys know names of things better than me. But it reminds me in Superman, there is that one guy who gets out of prison, the big bad guy. He gets out of prison and he like owns pretty much everything.
I think you're talking Lex Luthor.
Yeah, Lex Luthor. It's kind of like Lex Luthor, except for nobody knows who Lex Luthor is.
Mm-hmm.
M doesn't.
I forgot his name. Okay.
No, it was the joke. That's what made it a joke.
Well, you know, it's the case of like one of the easiest examples I can point to for how you can tell, like, you know, how Pentex owns everything in some way, shape, or form is if you look at some of our actual companies out here. Like I was doing some digging trying to find a good example before of like some of the just wide stretch owning, and I found one that's very interesting. Nestle. The Nestle company.
Oh, yeah. Nestle's
they own,
huge.
you know, Nestle, Kit Kat, L'Oreal, Gerber, Purina, the dog food, the hair care, food, desserts, water, and I believe a small militia.
Perfect on that last one. Perfect.
Yep. I believe they have a small militia force under them to help with some of like their water interests in Africa.
Which they have water interests in Africa. That's part of that too now.
Right.
Yep.
Well, I remember when I was a kid, we'll use the quotes, there was a strip mall. And there was a strip mall. I don't have to specify where. That's not important. None of you live here. And most of it doesn't exist anymore. Fucking doesn't matter. But it had I think it was a Barnes & Noble. It had a Kmart. I think it was a Media Play at the time. And a McDonald's. And I'm relatively sure that Kmart owned all of that at the time. Or someone there owned everything in that strip mall.
Sounds about right, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about.
This is like 26 years ago. It was over by the Dave & Buster's in 53.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm almost positive. I think you're
But again, it was like
right.
20 some odd years ago.
Right.
Almost 30 because Media Play still existed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there. Miss that shit.
Yeah.
But there you go, right? To back up your point about companies owning companies. You know, R.J. Reynolds, you know, like Camel cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And Procter & Gamble, same thing, which was neat because they make the at the time, made the overwhelming majority of the quit smoking aids. So you're buying our cigarettes or you're buying our fucking products to help you quit.
Yeah.
We're getting the other way.
Yep. You're getting the other way.
In fact, we'll make it shitty to make it Pentexy, right? And maybe we don't have to make it Pentexy. But if we do a shitty job on those quit smoking aids, oops, it didn't work. So I guess you're back on the Camels, buddy. Oops.
Pick one. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's also one of those cases of like taking a step forward. Pentex isn't P&G. They are not PepsiCo. They are not Coca-Cola. They're the ones who own
Right.
Johnson & Johnson, PepsiCo, P&G, and Nestle. They own the stocks in them.
Yep.
They are not Pentex. Pentex is that one step above because they own everything else. You know, if you ever go into a fast food place and they ask, is Pepsi okay? They're owned by PepsiCo or have a majority share of their stocks owned by them. And you could trace that all the way back up.
So the scale there, right,
Yeah.
is huge and kind of scary and kind of should be.
Yep.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. It should be.
This
You
is
go, how do you fight that thing? Well, let's get the board of directors. Well, now we're not going to today because I just have no interest in it. I'm just going to get us away from it. Getting into the stats in whatever of the board of directors. That can be a later thing. I don't want it today.
Well, if we want a series.
Exactly. It's not today. But, you go, we go for the board of directors. Cool. Well, like, they're all warmed up for one. Different levels of warmed up. So good luck. But beyond that, good luck finding them. Because they don't go into the Pentex building every day and sit in front of their special Pentexy desks until they have like an evil black mass baby lunch in the boardroom. That's not what happens. They might meet together once every 6 months at best in a secret location you will never find out about. Unless you're Shadow Walker the Wendigo.
Yeah, none of them have on LinkedIn that they are a Pentex CEO or board of director member.
And they don't interact directly with most anybody that works for them. They have somebody that goes and interacts with those people who goes and interacts with everybody else.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, this is what the boss said. Hey, this is what the boss said. Hey, guys, do this.
Benjamin Rushing is not taking a tour of the Nike factory.
Benjamin Rushing is the executive director.
Of the board.
Of the board.
Yeah, not of Nike.
Of Pentex.
He's telling somebody, hey, we've had too many complaints from this specific region. Deal with it.
I think it's closer to sir. We've had complaints about this region, and he goes, give this to Lamont.
Mm-hmm. And that is the thing. Like, this is one of my favorite things to introduce to new players, because they hear about Pentex, they hear about the ways everybody is fighting Pentex, but that moment the realization hits of, how do we fight this? Because Pentex is too fucking big.
Well, and I love it. I'm going to use the example, right, from wherever Gaia takes us. You know, Otali's is one of the Pentex subsidiaries. And as I maintain, I like to use real companies instead of the placeholders. They have to use the placeholders in the books.
Yes, it makes
right.
They wrote
like
them fine.
White Wolf, and White Wolf is gone, so whatever. But White Wolf in the day couldn't write McDonald's gives you skin cancer.
Right.
There are demons in the food.
Yeah.
That's a good way for your book not to get published.
It's a good way for your company to get destroyed.
Yeah.
Sue them all. So obviously they make up the companies, and most of them are very close but legally distinct from real companies. Enron. Yeah, it's crazy. What happened?
What happened?
Right.
Blacked out for a second. Sorry.
But so no, I'm always a fan of using the real companies because of things like Telus Games, right, or Avalon Toys, or Otali's. Because you can make Otali's any fucking fast food chain you want it to be.
Right.
This way, you can keep your players guessing. Because again, if I use Otali's,
we're never gonna go there.
Right. I can't place an Otali's in the fucking room, in the streets, and have you go, oh, I've never heard of that one. Let's go to the one I've never heard of in my life instead of like all the places I know next to it.
Yep, that one's definitely not worm tainted.
Exactly.
Nobody in the pack is ever playing a game from Telus Games.
Right.
Maybe we'll play a game from Software, one that's extremely hard and makes you particularly angry and want to lash out.
There you go. But see, here's the other part of this too, right? So like I made it Wendy's this time. I always switch it too. So you never know where the evil is coming from.
I mean, there's a McDonald's that exists in the world.
Yeah.
So the Wendy's is where the stuff is coming from, though.
Right. And even then, it's coming from the Golden Way meatpacking plant, right? Yep. So, which sends meat to all sorts of places, not just Wendy's.
Not just Wendy's.
But neither here nor there, right? My point here is that through the course of the wherever Guy takes us, you guys have come across a couple of fast food themed Fomori.
Yep.
And those are mistakes.
Right.
I want to make that clear. I don't mean I fucked up by making them, right? I don't mean like, oh, those are terrible things. And no, I stand by them. I think Burger Heads and the Big Mac are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I'm proud of those. But what I mean is, from a corporate standpoint, the goal of Pentex is not to make burger monsters. because burger monsters are bad for business.
Yes.
The burger monsters happened is an unintended consequence of fucking with the meat.
Mm-hmm.
What they're trying to do is to keep people coming back and keep them wanting to come back constantly because they want money. And to make money, you get people addicted.
Right.
And a fat and happy populace will not question.
Yes. And I mean, the goals can be slightly different in the way they corrupt people and they fuck with people can be different from company to company. Absolutely.
Always.
Right.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, and just think about things that are happening actually in real life. Like, you have different companies like Starbucks who have like released like this special cup.
Mhm.
And there's only a certain amount of these special cups. And suddenly everybody wants the special cup, so everybody goes to Starbucks. And that's all you see all over social media. Starbucks and their special cup. Oh, hey, look, this new movie's coming out. McDonald's has a new meal for that specifically. Everybody flocks to McDonald's for the special meal or the special drink. Pentex does similar things, but under their shell company. Their corporations do that to keep people coming.
Exactly. And yeah, in the case of they're doing shit with the meat. You guys remember Assault on Station 2?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, you guys know but their goal wasn't to make a Big Mac or a burger head. The mixture, and I'm using quotes around the mixture, the formula, the beans they ground into the burger was a little too intense.
The growth hormones they added,
right, whatever the thing they did.
Yeah,
they're not looking to make monsters. Monsters are bad for business. They're looking to make you a monster, like as a human, like as a person, like a shitty person. But they don't want you to change into a monster and kill people. That's bad for business. That draws attention.
They have their own version of the veil, essentially.
Basically. Right? I mean, even the leeches have that. They got them. Everyone's got a masquerade or a veil or a corporate policy.
Corporate policy.
And I mean, this doesn't mean that Pentex doesn't make monsters. But it's the how and why and there's, you know, which company, which section. Christ, there is a special projects division of Pentex that specifically deals with making designer bands.
I was just going to say that part.
Right? You got Projects Odyssey and Ain't It, and there's a whole bunch of different, you know, the Mockery breeds.
Mm-hmm.
All of these are shit for later. Mm-hmm. We're mentioning them, right? So there's that too. There is that aspect. There are first teams, which is, yes, they're TAC teams that they send out on missions. Some are covert, some are not. Some are giant wrecking balls that are equipped in ways to take Garu out. You find a lot of those in the Amazon, and first teams are never something to fucking sneeze at because that is the that is the response.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dangerous fucking time. You guys haven't found a first team yet.
Oh, of course not.
Yeah. No, that's you either have gotten super unlucky or you've gotten the wrong kind of attention.
Yep.
Animal crackers. Yeah, I'll never forget that shit.
But yeah, these mistakes, the more you're running into as a result of Pentex products, they are often cleaned up before they can get too far out of control.
Exactly. Bad for business.
Or if they are allowed to exist for long enough times to become a problem for you, it's because it's an area that they either don't care about or doesn't have anything important going on. You know, that one town that nobody knows exists because it's off the map since like the 80s because of how backwards it is. You know, a weird dude growing a third arm might be a little weird, but not taken out immediately by a first team.
I don't think the first team deals with that, the third arm guy.
I think maybe we should define what in the world a first team is for people who are maybe unfamiliar with what the first team is.
I mean, I thought we did, but we can probably do a better job, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm more like focused.
You know, a first team is a response team, usually paramilitary style, that Pentex sends out. Sometimes there are spirals in it. Mostly it's femori, you know, of different types that, are sent to deal with the problems that Pentex need to solve quickly. Sometimes quietly.
Depending on situation,
Right.
Yeah, it's your Merryweather or Wagner. Those are actual like paramilitary companies.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You had me for a second, motherfucker. You can't say Blackwater.
Blackwater is the other one, yeah. Wagner's the one that was in Ukraine for the longest time.
Yeah, I mean, and there are, your strike team type first teams.
Mhm.
A lot of those in the Amazon. And those are the ones that you're sending to blow shit up and fucking shoot them all like God sort them out kind of thing. And you have your more covert ones, explosives, some psychics usually. But first teams are teams that have been cultivated and specially trained to solve problems for Pentex.
Solve problems.
And for the most part are able to blend in with the normal populace.
Usually, but not always. Because again, sometimes different levels of femori, your black spirals, they sometimes they throw in fodder like freak feet can show up in first teams, which I don't know how
that'd be weird.
Call relative on human passing, but
they probably stay in the van in like a pet carrier.
Well, sure.
And oftentimes, like the first teams aren't just like any Bane possessed person they pick out; they're like designer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they're
specifically made to combat Garu.
Yeah, first teams are not to be trifled with. This isn't the kid is making noise about his Happy Meal toy, talking to him in his sleep or something. This is not a small fry shit.
No,
you can pay a dude $20 to shoot a kid in the face, but you can't. That doesn't work with like a pack of Garu. That's where you need your first team.
Yeah, these guys, they're specifically trained for these missions.
Yeah, also bred for the missions. Like they're an incredible threat.
They've got the hardware, they've got the skills, and they've got the advantages in mutations and powers potentially.
No, they're a very real resource and for them to use, and again that's something you don't want to throw around lightly. Yeah. A first team showing up should be a significant fucking deal.
Mm-hmm.
And I think because we're not dealing with a world where people are running around with the corporate P embroidered on their t-shirts and shit.
Mm-hmm.
There's a threat there. It should be sudden and fucking frightening.
Yeah.
There should be a level of shock and awe. I want to see, it's like getting swatted. Like that's something we've all gone through.
But you can find the videos out there.
Sure. Just you're sitting there living your life theoretically, and then boom. And I feel like that should be something to keep in mind when you're throwing something like a first team at your players.
Okay.
Oh, like I can picture a scene now where like, your pack is held up in a warehouse, or the sept is like in this warehouse in an urban cairn or urban sept. Maybe not cairn. But everybody's hanging out, chilling, relaxing after a mission. A door creaks open and like 4 flashbangs are thrown in before the van comes breaking through one of the bay doors.
I like that.
It is loud, it is fast, and they are here on your doorstep.
And there should be a who the fuck is this and what is happening to it.
Yep.
Again, they're not running in with a fucking banner with the company. It doesn't even say Otali's. All right.
Yeah. It might just be a black van or just a white panel van.
And these guys know exactly what they're going in for, exactly what they're doing, and they're going to get it done.
I like the time we're spending on this first. I was just going to gloss over. Good on you, bringing us back to it.
I did decide to pull up the Pentex Employee Indoctrination Handbook. And I went to the first team section, and I'm looking at the cost. The deployment itself can cost anywhere from $100,000 to $2 million, just in terms of the training and surgery expensive.
Yep.
Not including the costs of equipment and transport, which can easily increase it up to 30 to 40%.
That's beautiful.
Hey, and that's also, when was that book written?
In the early 2000s.
Okay.
I think it's the teens.
2017 edition is the one I have here.
Because that's the only version of that. That was that came out of the Book of the Worm stretch, the stretch awards.
Okay.
And took forever to not giving shit, but it took a long time to get out. We were doing the podcast when it came out. Well, no, we weren't, but my mistake. 2017, we were not. But it came so late, mine might still be wrapped.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah, I have a copy on the shelf. I think it might be wrapped. I can't see from here. There's a chair in the way.
So fucking cool. But yeah.
Yeah. I just thought it would be fun to pull that up.
No, I love that you did, because you're bringing stuff up that I don't know because I haven't read it.
Well, if it's wrapped, yeah, don't.
Yeah, even like after the fact, I could imagine, if you survive your first team encounter, if you guys win and you kill them all, there is nothing with a logo on it. Anything with traceable numbers on like firearms has been filed away, if not custom made without. If you've taken one alive, what are the chances there's a cyanide pill or like a bomb implanted in their neck?
I mean, with that cost of surgery, highly likely.
These are expensive units that have one job, and if they fail that job...
Well, and that brings us back around to the how do you fight Pentex, and you almost don't, but money.
Yep.
And I mean, really, this is, I would argue, largely why the Garu were and ultimately do, despite what later book, the War of the Amazon, why it was so successful. Because not only the coordination, forget Gogo Fangs first, forget the coordination between the Bastet and to a lesser extent the Makole, forget all that.
Mm-hmm.
Forget about Camp Apocalypse and the guerrilla tactics. They were in a remote region where the Garu didn't have to so much worry about the Veil.
Okay.
Which meant they could fuck up Pentex structures and equipment so hard.
They could plant bombs.
Yeah.
They could go in Krynos through small villages.
And what did this mean? Is it cost money.
Okay. You're that avenue. Gotcha.
You have to make it unprofitable.
Exactly. We got the mercenaries. Well, we killed the mercenaries, so now you have to hire more. We destroyed your force, your fucking equipment. You have to bring in more.
Mm-hmm.
Did you set up a base? We blew it up. You're going to have to build a new one.
Yep.
And there is a point where that is no longer profitable.
Yep. That's a nice runway you have. Be a shame if somebody planted some bombs or dug up some of your own landmines.
You're right. And an awakened one.
Call back.
But
yeah, that is how you fight Pentex when you know Pentex is there.
I mean, but here's the thing, though. You don't have to know that Pentex is there. You guys have been fighting the Golden Way meatpacking plant for a chronicle and a half.
Mm-hmm. We have no idea that Pentex exists.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We know that there's the Golden Way, and we know that the Golden Way is doing something to Wendy's Burgers.
Yep.
Yeah, for all we know,
for all you know,
Golden Way is the bad guy.
Right. Wendy's could have their hands clean on this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. For all you know. They just getting their meat from a tainted source.
Yeah.
Yeah. They could be the coincidental patsy, basically.
Yeah. Golden Way sells their meat to all kinds of companies. Who knows what other things are happening out there too in other places.
Right. Don't go to Applebee's.
Yeah.
I mean, just in general.
That's life advice. Actually, no, it was pretty good.
Yeah, I don't care about Applebee's. It's fine. It's fine. I was making. Now, Bennigan's.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't existed in so long.
You sure they don't want to? You know what? We're not. Let's not.
Okay.
I missed that place.
But now we've kind of touched on how to fight them. We've kind of touched on how they show up in the terms of first teams and stuff like that, or how unknown Pentex is. How do we use them as a storyteller?
Well, in a lot of ways, right? And it depends again on which companies, which corporations you're going after. And it's easy, right, to just label the stuff you don't like as evil.
Yep.
And even the stuff that's shady doesn't necessarily mean it's Pentex. Right. And to the point, and this is something that I would love to touch on immediately, is what a great way to fool the people is to make them think they're doing something good. Charities. Pro-environmental movements, for example. Stuff where they sit there and champion, we're the good guy. Let's fight these evil sons of bitches out there.
Yep.
While, encouraging their followers
to do the same.
To form violent mobs and light shit on fire in the name of justice.
We talking
Pentex
rolls around
using people.
Yeah.
Fear.
When June rolls around, Pentex is changing their logos.
Fear and false altruism is what I'm saying, Danny. You're the good guy. You have to fight the power that's evil. The power's evil and you're good. So shoot people in the face because they're evil.
The the group, Fear.
Oh, my shit.
The mob mentality.
First Earth, okay.
Yeah.
No, sorry.
That's what I'm asking you. Is that
well? No. That's a really good point. Fear is a great example.
Mm-hmm.
The first, first Earth armed response, resistance. That was the acronym, not the emotion. Sorry.
Pentex
it could be both. Hell.
But no, that's a perfect example.
Yeah.
You're saving the world from the evil people who aren't saving the world. So shoot them in the head.
Yeah. To
make the world a better place. Blow up buildings and light people on fire because that's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
and so this is a great way to do that because it's canon. It's in Book of the Worm 20. The militia, the environmental militia group.
Yeah.
That is run by Black Spiral dancers. It's convincing normal people to grab weapons and shoot up places and blow shit up in the name of saving the Earth when really they're just furthering the evil. Well, it's not even Pentex, but just the general shittiness and evil in society.
Yeah.
And so that's a great way to use is to have kinfolk or allies of your pack fall in with organizations like Fear or get caught up in movements that were just really designed to cause more chaos.
I love that. That's actually one of my favorite parts of this.
I mean, it's the other side of it too, right? I'm certain. I don't, but I'm certain there are wings of Pentex that handle human trafficking.
Oh, sure.
And fucking torture. But yeah, there are also ones that hire Al Sharpton. I don't know. You know what I mean?
There are probably some that are invested in stopping human trafficking, but specifically the kinds that don't help the company line.
Or just say they do.
Exactly.
And don't do anything about it, but they definitely use the money that's been donated for other shit.
Oh, yeah.
They're stopping human trafficking by taking all that donation money and hiring, like a PMC to go fucking shoot
up
children in Rwanda for some reason.
Yeah. Or maybe they're sending in the local group to go expose the salon parlor or whatever, the massage parlor. There we go. Oh, look, we've rescued all these victims. They're all here. We're going to take them to the shelter where they get shuffled off to wherever they're needed.
For example, the special at Panda Express. Allman Chipman's people. You don't know. It's like we're fun here.
And those are just the things that Pentex owns. Pentex also invests money into companies that it doesn't own to try to further its own resources.
Yep.
For example, the Developmental Neogenetics Amalgamated. They give
DNA now?
They do pay DNA.
Whew. Gross. That's terrible.
Not all the time, but they do sometimes invest money for DNA in certain areas to help further the agenda of wiping out the Garu.
I hate that.
I didn't know they paid.
But I can also see it from the concept of the Hydra fighting amongst itself. Damn. The particular members who don't like the spirals and how they're all hot shit and think they're better than us.
It's a good point too, because it starts from the top at the board, and the board are not all friends.
No,
they don't hug and kiss and play games. They hate each other.
Yeah, so I'm sure they all have their own agendas,
right? And undermine the shit out of each other. And I mean, shit. There have been changes in the board ever since, like first edition, second edition. There have been changes, and some of those NPCs have been rubbed off, or we thought they were, and they're still out there. There's a lot of shit there too, which is again not in its hierarchy.
That is a whole thing in and of itself,
right? That's a good point. That DNA thing really bums me out, though.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
It makes sense, right? Yeah. And I see, but like, no, I hate that because of what DNA is and what they represent.
Mm-hmm.
Because, well, DNA...
It's the ultimately altruistic organization.
Yes.
Yeah, but the thing is, DNA doesn't know why Pentex invests, and also Pentex doesn't always invest under one of their names.
Well, sure, but I'm saying that bothers me that there's the connection.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I can be bummed about that, because the thing I loved about DNA is that DNA was the and again, DNA is the company that they're aware of Garu, but they believe that it is a disease. It's called GLS. And they are seeking to cure this genetic disease that is doing this to people. It's pure altruism. Yes. These are people who feel they're doing the right thing. They are trying to cure the new cancer.
Yeah. Another fear situation.
Kind of, but this is from a good place always.
Right. But
the people at the top are like, hey, let's save lives and probably get rich with a vaccine. But let's save lives. Yeah. That's first. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what I like about DNA so much, is even though that can get rough too, and in terms of experimentation and human trials and shit like that, but it's coming from a good place, unlike everything Pentex touches.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and the thing is, though, too, DNA does those things where they go out and they do things for the community for free. They do blood testing that help treat all kinds of different, like, genetic diseases and disorders. So if somebody from, like, a medical company, one of Pentex subsidiaries, decides to donate money to their cause, they're not going to say no.
No, you're not wrong, and I'm not.
Yeah. No, it sucks.
No, it's wrong. I'm just like, fuck.
It fucking sucks.
I just wish they were separate so I could.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Wish there was more of the proper separation.
Yes, that's all. It's just a personal thing. It's not a criticism on. It's personal.
No, like I said, I see what you're saying, because it was like a fear situation where they are trying to do the right thing, but they were separated from Pentex.
Well, I think the difference there is that there's the Kool-Aid you're drinking over at fear.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
They're not drinking Kool-Aid. Their Kool-Aid says smiles and cures. Yeah. Smiles and a long, happy, healthy life.
They're making the Kool-Aid.
They're making it with happiness.
Yeah. It's hey, you don't like cancer. We don't like cancer either. Let's fix it.
Right? Let's hug and solve the problem.
While we work in this area, it seems that we're getting an influx of donations. We'll continue to work in this area.
What's Murder Pedophile Corp? Doesn't matter. They gave us $20 million. It's a weird subsidiary name, guys.
Yes, it's definitely a weird one.
Chase Lamont, fucking have them rebrand.
Yeah. But I will say, as I've a little bit before this, I was going through like the list of subsidiaries. I found a wiki that has all of them that have been like ever mentioned in the books.
Sure.
And thanks to the Small Town Murder podcast, I had an idea pop up for one that could be an interesting little minor threat that even the pack might not even get involved in until it affects them. And that is Omni Television. The subsidiary is Omni Television, which is just a TV syndicate owned by Pentex. They put on shows such as Action Bill, Buck Racer and the First Corp, Knights of Angst, and many others.
Knights of Angst.
Yep. There's some of these that are on the nose. But two things that inspired this idea is how Hollywood treats child stars.
Oh boy.
Look at Macaulay Culkin for one.
Well, can we not talk about fucking
Macaulay?
Yeah, Macaulay.
Yeah. Just for the example, but the other one was, this is what actually inspired it, was a case of a dude who pretended to be a talent agent who is doing anti-drug PSAs, going around to other local talent agencies and requesting, hey, I need people for these parts. I need to, we got this anti-drug message that's going out. I'm looking for potential actors looking to get their start anywhere from the ages of 10 to 16 to just be guest parts, just a background character in this commercial. He got nobody for the longest time because this dude was a fucking scumbag and very obviously faking it. Until he found the saps that were too trusting. He killed the two old women who were in charge of this little organization and kept the two girls, 110 and 112, for 4 days in his trailer that he had soundproofed. Now imagine if he's been a little bit more successful and lasted for a while longer, and what happens when one of those is kinfolk? And he's just an executive working, or maybe he's hiring out these people to take place in some of these reality TV shows. Like, there was the one about like the child pageants a while back on one of those networks. What if he's the executive in charge of that, and when the kids are done in the show, they go off to the 7th generation? or to whatever vampire has a particular taste. And what happens when they start recruiting kinfolk?
Well, I mean, you can even go another way with that is kinfolk or friends of kinfolk or spouses of kin, however we want to, the 6 degrees, right?
Yeah.
Start working at some of these corporations unknowing and gets a promotion.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe cousin Jim's son's girlfriend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was a secretary over here, and then she got a promotion, is now the personal assistant of the guy you're talking, and is noticing some weird shit, or is acting different because of a level of corruption or bane possession or general soullessness. Here's the other thing too, though, and that's a great full-on monocle girl on the train tracks villainy.
Yeah.
And I go back to, just because something's evil doesn't make it of the worm, and just because something's evil doesn't make it Pentex.
Right.
The worm is not the source of all evil. So, I'm saying this because I want to reinforce, like I was talking earlier, right? Pentex did not get where it is by being stupid.
Yep.
It might have monsters, which are slovenly, drooling monster things that get let out of a cage to go kill someone and then get covered up, or they're a mistake in the formula creates that situation, or overexposure that they didn't count on creates this type of fumori. But largely, they are coming to you with smiles on their faces. They look like the good guys, so you don't look too deeply at them.
Mm-hmm.
They are hiding in plain sight.
Yeah. That's the best way to put it.
Right. Fucking the health inspector is not going to go to Otali's and find grilled orphan, even if they're serving grilled orphan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even if that is true.
Right. There's not going to be the bag of scalps next to the fryer.
Everything is nice and above the board.
Yes.
Most places. I mean, of course, there's going to be your places that get shut down for health hazards, but that's true with everything.
Exactly. And sometimes accidents happen, and that's where you strike, when someone fucks something up.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? Was there a drunk driver? Because they were drunk on King, because King gets you fucked up harder and faster than any other brand out there, and that's the point.
Yeah.
Is that King's problem, though, or is that an alcohol issue that man had?
But and that's the thing, because unfortunately, alcohol-related crime happens constantly, and people should really be careful and drink responsibly. And we put that very same warning in all of our ads.
Mm-hmm. Hell, we're even sponsoring like a DARE program.
Right?
I was going to say, you know what? Maybe they're sponsoring the programs, and even like an Alcoholic Anonymous program.
But of course they are, right?
Yeah, most likely.
This is a problem. We know it. Let's help fix it.
Well, again, just like you should stop smoking here.
Yep.
Try this nicotine gum, which will actually enhance your cravings.
Let's get all these, alcoholics in the same room together, all jonesing for a good drink. Well, it just so happens that this is being held in the hall of a church, which is 3 doors down from the local bar.
And maybe, this is a super stretch, leave me alone. Maybe that coffee that they serve comes from a subsidiary that makes a brand of coffee that makes one crave alcohol.
A special Irish blend.
Right? There you go.
It's not that much of a stretch.
Fucking, you don't have to go that far to hide the Pentex involvement, but at the same time, it might not be Pentex.
Right? And again, you're not saying the name because the name's not out there. So you don't know the fucking name. You know that Otali's is bad. You know that King is pretty sketchy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sketchy.
But Budweiser?
Well, even with what I'm saying is, it's again, because it's not, there aren't Banes popping out of the bottles, right? You don't pop open a fucking King's King Ice, right? And a little fucking smoke goblin comes out. That's not happening.
Man. That was pretty good, though.
Thank you. So, and I think that's something too, is when you're dealing with these companies, right? You already don't want to use the word Pentex. Paranoia.
Mm-hmm.
It is a great way to go about it. I remember the debate that you guys had about eating at Dave's Tavern.
Yep.
And there's what falling leaf was he having a steak or a burger or nachos? Nachos. Like, you don't want to eat the nachos. Like, you know what? It's not going to turn me into a femorai. I'm not going to turn into 20 Banes by eating a plate of nachos.
Yep.
Because you see all these people who aren't turning into 20 Banes. That's not how it's designed. I'll be okay.
Yeah.
And even that mentality might not be okay. But fuck it, that can't happen to me is a perfectly human reaction to things.
Right.
Garu are part human. Fucking, it's not unreasonable for a Hamid to go, that can't happen to me. Plus, I'm a Garu.
I can handle it.
I can eat deep fried Bane. Shut up. They're tasty.
I've taken a bite out of a couple Banes.
And right? It's no different than combat. I should get some glory.
Each nacho.
But there it is, right? You know, and I think if you are running a game where you are uncovering a wormish company, we didn't do a whole lot of it, but that's because of the design of Willow's Pass, right? So, by design, this was a different situation.
Yeah.
But when you're out there discovering these things naturally, not in a fucking corporate-run island that...
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah. Is paranoia. Are you just being... Are you being extra? Or is there something going on here? Are you being watched? Are you guys being watched?
Probably.
You've found hidden cameras.
Yep.
But there it is, right? Are you being watched? Are you being trailed? Or are you just paranoid? And are you going to find out when a ally uncovers some shit? Or when someone throws a flashbang into the warehouse that you're in and a van comes through the other side?
Fuck.
Did that kinfolk you had tailing that manager of that plant actually die in a drive-by because life is unfortunate? Or was that the cover for the reason he was killed?
Yeah. You know, that kinfolk that happens to be working for the one accounting firm. You know they're kind of skate by a lot of times, but their work ethic has recently changed. They've actually moved up a bit. They've gotten a couple of promotions recently. Good on them.
And let's remember, though, the ways we are spreading this discontent and this corruption. You go to Avalon Toys and the back of the Worm 2, right? Book of the Worm 2, back of that book. There's a couple examples of Avalon Toys products that are just overtly evil.
Yep.
You know, the killer
The
Play-Doh.
that shoots acid.
Yep. The killer Play-Doh. And, you know, the stuff I made, like Teddy Talltail. You know, just wants a family. Now, look, he wasn't designed to murder people and shove meat puppets onto wire hangers.
Right.
Okay, he wasn't made to make meat mannequins.
But things went a little...
Glitch. Yes.
Yeah.
Glitch. That's why the Model 2 exists.
Model 2.
That one's just singing songs about you should kill yourself and your parents. You've heard them. You've heard the songs. You've sung them, Danny. I've heard you.
And they're trying to get that Model 1 out of people's houses and replace it with the Model 2.
Right?
Yep.
Model 2 is just
can't
supposed to
have
whisper shit.
Yeah. You can't have the Model 1 going out and exposing them. You have to get it off the streets.
Right? The Action Bill badge is supposed to convince the kid to commit violent acts because the secret agents of Wolf are hiding amongst them.
Yep.
It's a thing that when this poor unhinged kid goes off the rails,
He just wants to be like Action Bill.
Right. But it's a poor kid. It's a mental health issue with that poor child.
Yeah. It's not an Action Bill problem. It's the little kid who clearly, you know, has some issues and got a little too into his toys and games.
And if the media gets a hold of the overabundance of violence on TV that pushed this poor kid, that's okay because our senators in our pocket will fucking shut that shit down.
Yep.
Not only that, but doesn't Pentex also own a news agency?
Oh, I'm sure more than one.
Yeah, I was going to say, if they don't...
Yeah, Red Network.
Yep, they owned one. They probably have control stake in quite a few others. Yeah, hell, we've got examples of like Black Dog game plots that you could take from real life with all the stories from the Satanic Panic.
West Memphis 3, which for some reason is getting a resurgence of people who think they're guilty.
Weird.
It is.
Oh.
I don't understand that.
Or those kids that are like that were stealing cars a while back and everybody was blaming Grand Theft Auto.
Dude, there's been a couple instances of that actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. School shooters who they blame on Doom.
Yeah.
The Crime is Fun podcast did an episode on video game related crime.
Wow.
Quote, video game related. It's,
Yeah.
I'm gonna look that one up.
So it's a great example right there. Yeah. Yeah, it's like 4 of the instances where Rockstar and Grand Theft Auto. It's like, get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's on
Are
top of
they?
we-
No, fuck that.
Right?
No.
It's been
But-
debunked, but it shouldn't be in the world of darkness.
Agreed.
Yeah.
People should still buy into that shit because you want that turmoil and
You probably have some news agencies out there that are being like, look at the video games. They're evil and bad. Look
Yep.
at these people doing these crimes because they play this game. Other ones are like, oh, well, that's just a myth. And you've got this, you'll have this contention and this fear amongst the population.
Mhm.
well, and that's so good for Pentex to keep the populace stupid,
Mm-hmm.
mean, and angry.
In
Yeah.
at each other's throats.
Yep.
You got plenty of Inspirato out there, people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? You keep them, like you said, at each other's throats. You keep them mean, keep them stupid. That works so well for Pentex because now no one's watching what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're hiding what they're doing anyway.
Yep.
But they don't have to be as clever about it when
Yep.
they're controlling all of the shit,
Yep. And it keeps all
Yeah.
the eyes off of them.
right? You know, and it, funnily enough, it kind of works the other way too, is where the Garu don't have to worry about police involvement when the fucking chief is a kinfolk.
Mm-hmm.
You just
Mhm.
call and you go, Denny, we're going to be at 5th and Vine taking care of some Femora. Keep the police out of there.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's kind of the same principle, which, by the way, is totally a Carver move.
I had a pretty good idea.
That is 100% something that happens in fucking, anyway.
Or, like, let's take an actual example from our game that could have worked if we had that kinfolk contact of, hey, we're going to blow up a Wendy's. Make sure your guys are like an extra 5 minutes late.
Hey,
Gives us
they
time to
weren't
get out
going
of
to
there.
that Wendy's.
Yeah,
That was your fault.
true. But, if we do blow it up, hey, let's keep our people away from it and away from the cleanup. Just, make sure we got enough time. Give us like 3 extra minutes.
You're not wrong. I'm just saying, fucking.
Yeah.
That's I'm looking at you two. I wasn't there yet. That's your fault.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I was not involved with that one.
Remember the police sirens were coming and right past.
Yep.
Right
Yep.
past. They were going to a crime scene. I mean, I guess still a crime scene, but
Mm-hmm.
And that's the other thing of like sometimes Pentex doesn't have to clean up their messes whenever it's stuff like that Burger Head there because hey, the Garu went ahead and did it anyway because Vale.
right. It's not a hammer kind of solution.
No.
Yep.
That doesn't mean there aren't things about it you can use. It doesn't mean they don't have some nasties to throw at you. It doesn't mean the subsidiaries themselves can't do some cool shit. But again, with those subsidiaries, you want to think about what they're doing. There was the one subsidiary that was one of those pray away the gay camps.
Yep.
Right.
Okay. I don't remember that one.
It doesn't get brought
I've
up.
got
a lot
the
'cause
name.
It's kind of distasteful, but
I gotcha.
Yeah. I had the name just a second ago. Fuck. Because I was looking through them.
it made a particular type of femora we talked about back in the day too. But
Homogeneity Incorporated.
Yeah. Distasteful. I get it. And yeah, it wouldn't be brought up very often.
But I mean, it's an example of something that is presenting itself
Mm-hmm.
in an
Mhm.
altruistic light while being objectively fucking terrible.
Yes. Got it.
Yep.
Right.
Hell, you have like Anonymous in real life. Pentex has Incognito. Sometimes they do
Organization.
dangerous hacker shit. Sometimes it's the, protest against big corporations. Let's just freeze your systems for a couple days.
Huh.
Incognito. I didn't. All right.
They are in Worm 20.
Yeah, that is one of the Pentex subsidiaries.
Yep.
Crazy.
Hey, you have the Gaia Research Company, an
Oh,
independent PR research company.
but there you go. Right.
Yep.
All walks of life, a lot of fingers and a lot of different pies.
Yeah.
Objectively evil, altruistic, fucking somewhere in the middle of the road. Hey, we're taking these crops and sending them to third world countries to feed the less fortunate. Never mind the chemicals we put in them.
Yep.
Who cares?
Hey, they're preservatives. They're to help it make the journey.
There you go. Yeah. They're feeding the unfortunate. That's all that matters.
hey, we're going and building wells in Africa. Never mind the lead pipes.
You know, how about the games created
Yep.
to piss people off or that are naturally addictive that you'll put thousands of hours in raiding or building new villages in the
That's what? That's something different.
Don't worry though, it'll be out of early access in another 2 years. Just stick with it.
4 years later.
You know, I think about, and I'm not super well versed here, so if I am wrong, correct me here right now, not you guys later because it's too late. But it's like the people in Wall-E,
Okay.
the Pixar movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Again, see, now this is, you're going to hear this weeks after I've said it, so I don't care by the time you guys hear it. But where they're all just kind of blobby people in floaty chairs because they're now too lazy and stupid and weak and unskilled to do anything.
Yes.
That's exactly up Pentex's alley.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Hey, and
That's where they want us.
And it's all sponsored by a big megacorp that at some point became like the president of the world. Like the chairman of that company became the president of the world.
Secret werewolf movie.
You're not wrong.
Right?
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Like that is Pentex's backup plan.
But how do you fight it, right? How do you fight it? You expose it as best as you can, but how best is that?
And that's if you know it exists.
Right. You know, this is the funny thing. You know, you hear sometimes some of the criticism of werewolf is, you know, you can't just fight all the problems. You can't just murder your way through it. Well, really, how do you say, is to murder. That is the how you do it.
Mm-hmm.
I think the problem is you have to get there because you go, well, you just expose them, but that doesn't work when they own the news.
Yeah.
It doesn't work when they control the information. You can get the information out. You can send it to the press. They own the press.
Yeah. You can post it online. Chances are there might be a hacker group looking for it.
Right?
Yeah.
And hey, if there are hacker groups that'll help, or there is the news organization that hasn't been bought, but then the ones that have will just accuse it of being bullshit.
And if a group of independent individuals are out there spreading enough information, it's getting enough traction, they just send out more information to confuse it all.
And people start disappearing.
Yeah.
That too.
And yeah, no. You know, you can't just murder everybody to get to the answer, right? So like, you know, with us, we could go and murder everybody at Wendy's we ever encounter. That's not really going to help.
Right.
If we could take out a Golden Way packing plant, that helps down the chain.
Sure. But even that goes so far because at what point? And because we're not going to go down this rabbit hole in the games.
Yeah.
If you send the word out and everyone starts attacking Golden Way plants, maybe that's where Farformia and Bodhi are. Maybe they're blowing up. They're right now fucking on Route 66, making pit stops to blow up burger factories. Maybe.
Sweet.
So what happens next? Golden Way goes, you know, the top up the chain. The people in charge go, okay, Golden Way's been compromised.
Send it to somebody else.
Yeah. Have Cowboy Farms buy Golden Way. They'll buy those buildings and set up shop there. And they're the good, clean alternative. It's the same fucking company.
Yep.
But even then, you go up the chain. How do you stop it? You stop it from the top. The fish rots at the head, so you sever the head. But how the fuck do you get there?
Yeah.
And this is my point, right? Like it takes more than just, but how do you do it? You do
when you're a hammer, everything looks a lot like a nail.
Well, that's true. But ultimately, how do you stop Benjamin Rushing from doing Benjamin Rushing shit? You kill Benjamin Rushing. But you have to get to Benjamin Rushing is the problem. Killing Scott, the middle manager, the district manager for Wendy's, is not helping you. Scott will be replaced in an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And no one's going to care. And that's depressing and crazy and difficult as hell. What do? Yeah, you hurt their bottom line. Or you make them mad enough where they slip up so someone gets an opening to get somewhere that hurts them. It's a losing battle. And it's almost impossible. Welcome to Werewolf the Apocalypse. Welcome to the game. We hope and we do our best for another day, right?
Yeah.
Rage against that dying of the light.
Yeah, their method at getting at Garu is also just as depressing as well. Seeking out the kinfolk first and working their way until something makes the Garu tick.
Mm-hmm. looking for the members that have been scorned and are not happy with their current leadership. Hey, why don't you join the winning side?
When it's useful. But like
Yeah.
like Em was talking, it's the Garu are not hard to provoke.
No.
So
If they identify one of the Garu in their human form, they're like, I wonder who their family is.
right?
Oh, they're interacting with those humans. This must be their kin. Let's get their parents as sisters first, and then we'll take out their cousins and then their grandparents, and then we'll hit them. And we'll see whenever the Garu ticks. We'll see which one of those is closest.
We managed to catch a picture from a security camera of a facility got bombed of one of these werewolves in their Hamid form. What if that gets leaked to the FBI?
That would be inconvenient. Here's one for you too, though. That one, that's Ricochet. We recognize him. Let's keep an eye on him. Let's use the traffic cams. We keep an eye on him. Oh, look at him spend all this time. Who lives at this address?
Yeah.
KT Nash. Okay.
All right, who
Who's
is
this Alana?
KT close with?
Right.
All right, we see that she spends a lot of time with Doug and Alana. More time with Doug than she does Alana. So let's get Alana first.
But here you
Take
go.
her out.
What happens? Miss Nash has a little zine in her little apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And the little offices right there next to the Dave's Tavern. Let's set it on fire.
Yep.
Just to see what Ricochet does.
No, just to see who all comes to save, who comes to check on it. And then let's follow those people when they retaliate for wherever they think this came from.
What do they know?
Yep.
And how many of them are Garu?
Yep, here's this Ed guy, and here's this Carly girl, and oh, look, they tell the boss, we've linked them to Miyagi and the homeless guy. Two confirmed Garu.
Yeah. Miyagi.
They don't know his name,
Right.
I don't care.
They just see an Asian guy.
right?
Yeah.
The one in Willow's Pass. One Asian in Kentucky. Or Willow's Pass, Kentucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
A made up spot in Kentucky. Yeah. Just make that clear.
Fiction Island.
Yep.
1996. There was one Asian.
There's not even a restaurant. Just the one Asian.
Man. I'm going to rewrite that. There should be a Chinese restaurant. There should be a Chinese place in Willow's Pass.
Choo Choo
I'm down for
Express.
Sushi
like we-
Express. And fuck,
I feel like
might
you've
be there
talked about a
faster.
Chinese place in Willow's Pass before.
I don't think I have, but there's been a lot of episodes and a lot of shit
Yep.
that was off book, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck.
If anybody remembers, let us know. Is there a Chinese place in Willow's Pass?
Phil, get back to your official RAI historian duties and write a comprehensive guide to all the bullshit on this island, please. Please.
You'll get a
Ask
credit
nicely,
on the map.
please.
We'll update the map for us.
Yeah, get fucking hop toot, sir, please. We love you, buddy.
I do like I don't like it, but like it makes so much sense. It's Pentex, it's hiding in plain sight. But at the same time, they're very much like almost like they're imitating the heads of the Hydra.
Yeah.
At the same time, the heads of the Hydra are fighting against each other. Because if they weren't, they might actually have taken over by now.
Oh, no, they totally would have won. The Hydra's unified. That shit would have been fucking done, you rings.
So
Yep.
Pentex, like imitating what the worm and the heads of the Hydra do, Pentex might have done it by now.
Well, I don't know if they go that far, but they're definitely.
Shit would be a lot worse.
Well, I mean, they're doing really well by their standard.
Yeah.
Frankly,
Yeah.
it's not. I mean, not for nothing,
They're not losing.
right? If we were in, already know I don't want to do this, but if we were to flip that switch on modern day planet Earth, they've kind of almost won. It's kind of almost over.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're earning billions of dollars probably by the fucking second.
Right. But in terms of total domination and suppression of the will of the people,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
fucking
You just need one article in the right place and boom, riot.
Yeah.
right.
But it's very much the hiding in plain sight, though. That's the scariest part, I think.
For me, I think it's the size of the thing. Yes, you did. You know that.
You bastard.
That, you know, yeah, where do you start? This fucking juggernaut that's doing laps around the planet, just winning, friends, just doing victory laps around the fucking planet.
Yep.
You know, and it's like we've talked about here. How do you start? You cost them money. You make it this particular operation unviable. But then what?
They're just going to move on somewhere else.
Right? Like you put a couple drops out of that bucket. Congratulations. You are putting out a fire with an eyedropper. You depressed yet?
It's a losing fight. It's one of the reasons why I love the concept of Hirano and Werewolf.
Yeah. And a lot of the Garu probably don't even know the word Pentex.
Right.
I mean, some glasswalkers most likely do, let's be honest.
Well, there's I certainly haven't brought this up ever. And so there is I believe it's the Storyteller Handbook, not the Companion, but I might have those swapped. It's a tiny little fucking book. It came with the 3rd edition screen. You know, I've talked about this before. And when I say tiny, it's normal size. It's just thin as shit.
Yeah.
Like it might be 50 pages. I'm not. But it talks about, there's some really neat shit in there, like what the average guy knows about vampires and werewolves, or they are werewolves, so they know what they know about themselves. But vampires and mages and changeling, what the average Garu know, what the average of those know about the Garu. You know, and there's a section about Pentex, and there's the excerpt there from an email from a glass walker who got an info dump telling him about Pentex. And it's talking about, here's the list of companies. This is what we know. There's a thing called Pentex. They own a bunch of companies. I'm paraphrasing, like super paraphrasing here. You know, we know there's some companies attached. You know, here's Tellus, and here's this, and here's that, and here's King Distilleries. I'm pouring some of that shit out right now. It was a really neat thing, right? And that's a fun way to use it too. And, you know, there's the idea there that in a current modern day gaming or game, you know, you might know, or you might have heard the Garu Nation knowing the name Pentex. They might know it is the catch-all for the Evil Worm Company. But that still doesn't mean anything because there's still not a Pentex building in like downtown Chicago.
Right.
Yeah, you're not affecting their stock price.
Right. Like knowing that name isn't helpful.
Okay, so King, Zotalis, Endron, they're all owned by Pentex? Who dat?
Right.
I've never seen that anywhere.
And cool, they can now use that name as a catch-all for any of these companies, or, you know, hey, we can put a company name under the thing Pentex, but it's not going to help them.
Right.
Yeah, I don't see them on the stock market. Are you sure?
Oh yeah, they're just privately traded.
Fucking premium oil. It started for premium oil. That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
It's not helpful.
Premium oil doesn't exist anymore.
And it hasn't for like 200 years or something.
Yep.
There's a timeline. Don't worry about it. It's in that book, actually. That same book.
That's why I was laughing.
Yeah, fucking the Wild West Companion actually puts a exact date to when Last Year Makes His Deal and Premium Oil was founded.
I believe it does in the handbook or companion, whichever the fuck one it is.
You always mix those two.
I do. Well, it's the Storyteller's Handbook or Companion.
Right. It's funny.
Fucking 2 words. The first one is the same, right? Yeah, it's a 1-word difference for...
You know, it's like Rage Across the World or Rage...
Or A World of Rage.
Yeah, A World of Rage, yeah.
That's more egregious as far as I'm concerned.
Agreed.
Because those are 2 very different books. There's nothing in the Storyteller's Companion that couldn't be in the handbooks or vice versa. Whichever one there's multiple of, I mean the other one. You guys may have the books open. Whichever is the one, I mean the other. Perfect.
But yeah, there is a lot of Pentex to fight. And just because you know the name, just because you know a couple of the companies, doesn't mean you know it all.
Right.
And at the same time, which one of these companies own what underneath them, and which ones are actively evil versus just making money?
Well, and I think as we turn this into a series, I think in the future we'll take like a subsidiary or 2 and kind of
that's a good idea.
Dig into them, give some ideas for some story seeds.
That sounds.
How
some
can that
structure.
company be an antagonist, or how can you get an antagonist out of that company in a story?
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
Fucking I dub it the Corporate Overlord series.
Hell yeah.
Whether we
Okay.
title the episode that way or not, that's internally I like that, the Corporate Overlords.
I like it. Yeah.
So unless we have any final thoughts, we're going to call it there. I think it's that time for us. We want to thank everybody for listening as always, and thank all of our backers for their support. You guys, it means the world to us, and I hope you know that. And in the meantime, on behalf of myself and the members of our set here, Mr. Daniel Tyson, CJ McCall, and M, we want to say take care of yourselves, take care of each other, stay cool because it's been oppressively hot.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, if you want to impress somebody, it's a dog eat dog world, not a doggy dog world. We'll see you next time.
Ooh, I've been bad.